Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. For those of you who are new, I am Irene, a language tutor from Italy, and today we are here to talk about two verbs that can cause a lot of confusion in those who are studying Italian. Let's get into it. So, if you're studying Italian, or any language, as a matter of fact, you might have noticed that the most common verbs are very often the most irregular. And that is because the most common verbs are the most likely to be changed throughout history. But the verbs that we are going to be talking about today aren't really irregular, they just have a strange construction. Before we get into the video, please let me know that you appreciate these videos by leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, let's just get straight into it, okay? So the verbs that we're going to be focusing on today are the verb piacere, to like, and the verb mancare, to miss. But first of all, we're going to be focusing on the verb piacere. As said, piacere means to like. But if in English, I like you is a crystal clear sentence where the direction of liking goes from me to you, in Italian it's actually quite the opposite. The conjugation of the verb piacere is slightly irregular. Let's quickly run through the conjugation. The basic conjugation, the one that you will find on the internet if you look for conjugation of the verb piacere, you're gonna find this, okay? Io piaccio, tu piaci, lui piace, noi piacciamo, voi piacete, loro piacciono. There is only one problem. Io piaccio doesn't mean I like, it means I am liked. So saying io piaccio te, as you would probably do translating word for word from English into Italian, makes absolutely no sense at all. So what do we have to do? The verb piacere goes along with a pronoun. And of course, you're thinking io piaccio is formed by a pronoun and a verb. Yes, but not that pronoun. To say I like you, in Italian, we're gonna have to say mi piaci or a me piaci. What is going on here? The first pronoun right there does not indicate the grammatical subject of the sentence, not the subject in terms of meaning. That pronoun indicates the person who likes. And the person who likes is indicated as a compliment. What? Life. So basically, we're saying you please me. The pronoun that we're using there is either the unstressed form of the pronoun that indicates the compliment. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly suggest you to go back to my videos about the pronouns, because I made one all about them, and watch those because they are very important concepts that we're going to be talking about over and over again now and in the future. I'm going to leave the link to the video in the description below. So we're going to use either that pronoun, so the unstressed form of the pronoun referring to a compliment, or we're going to use the preposition a, so to, plus the stressed form of the same pronoun. Okay, so the pronouns that refer to a compliment. Mi, for example, is the unstressed form. A me is the stressed form. So again, to say I like you, first thing we need is a pronoun, then we need the verb. And you'll say, okay, that's fine. Okay, so that means that the verb is going to agree with a pronoun that precedes the verb. No, of course not. Because why would it? The verb agrees not with the pronoun preceding it, it agrees with what follows it. Because technically, grammatically, what in English is the object that is liked, in Italian is the subject. So you please me, you are the subject. I am the complement. The verb will agree with a number of the subject following. For example, if I say, I like you, again, easiest example ever. If we use I like you, mi piaci. Piaci is conjugated agreeing with the subject of the sentence. So the object in English. Piaci is a second person singular, but when I am not talking about a person, most likely I am expressing how much I like something in particular. And these are the forms of the verb that you're probably gonna see the most often. Knowing how to conjugate the verb at the third person singular and third person plural is probably the most important thing. I will say, mi piace la pizza. Piace, third person singular, and then la pizza. La pizza is a subject. Same thing for the plural. Mi piacciono, third person plural. I cavalli, the horses. I like horses. So we said mi piace or a me piace. Okay, so these are the first pronouns that we can use, but only about the first person singular. What are the other pronouns? We have mi, ti, li or le, depending. That is for the unstressed forms of the pronouns. Ci, vi, and li. Even though li theoretically isn't grammatically correct, but is the one that is used in everyday speech. What about the stress forms? Well, we can say a me, a te, a lui or a lei, a noi, a voi, and a loro. What is special about these is that of course, you can substitute the pronouns of me, te, and so on and so forth with a noun. A noun or a name. Let's say that Claudia likes vanilla ice cream. What we can say is a Claudia piace il gelato. Or, to change it up, we already talked about Claudia. What we can do is not repeat her name. So, a lei piace il gelato. Or, even shorter, we can say le piace il gelato alla vaniglia. And all these three forms are perfectly correct. What you should not do is combine the name with the pronoun. Saying, for example, a Claudia le piace il gelato? No. Actually, one thing that I can say is this. Italian children very often say a me mi piace, so combining the two types of pronouns, which is not perceived as correct, so we do not encourage kids to say that. Technically, it could be just a repetition, a stress. Okay, so that was the verb piacere. I think that's more or less everything you need right now to start building on it. One thing that I really suggest you do is practice. So if you want to practice a little bit, just let me know down below what are the things that you like the most. Just a few of the things that you like. And then I will answer to all of your comments. So I think we are now ready to jump onto the verb mancare. What does mancare mean? Mancare by itself just means to miss. And it can have both meanings of to miss someone and to miss a goal, for example. I wouldn't apply it to means of transportations. In that case, I would use perdere, which is to lose. The basic conjugation of the verb mancare is io manco, tu manchi, lui manca, lui or lei, noi manchiamo, voi mancate, loro mancano. So it's a regular verb. If you know how to conjugate regular verbs, and if you don't, go back to my videos. I made a video entirely on verbs and the conjugation and the regular conjugation. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Go back and watch it. I have the link in the description. If I'm throwing something at you and I don't hit you with whatever I'm throwing at you, io ti manco. I miss you. The only difference with English is that the pronoun that represents the direct object goes before the verb. So io ti manco. If I want to say that I miss you because we are not together, what I am going to say is tu mi manchi. It's basically the same construction of piacere. Mi manchi. So we have the first pronoun referring to me, then the verb agreeing to the person or the thing that is missed. I could also say mi manca sciare, I miss skiing. Mi manca. That manca agrees with the verb that is following, sciare, okay? Third person singular. It would be like saying I miss it, mi manca. Same thing, you cannot combine a me, mi manca. And of course, since you can say mi manca, a me, mi manca, I could also say a Claudia manca il gelato alla vaniglia. Claudia misses vanilla ice cream. I think and I hope I said everything, and I really hope this could clarify any doubts or questions that you might have had before. And of course, if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will make sure that I get to all of them. Piacere and mancare. Your homework would be to write down in the comments what you like and what you miss. I think that was all from me today, and I will talk to you in the next one. All right, bye guys.